Here we go, I'm TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer on this gaming thing.
What's cracking like it, ladies and gentlemen? This is TJ Quake, yo, ghetto gamer. And once again, you are back on the TJ Quake's Ghetto Gaming Pop Culture Talk show. When we talk about all kinds of crazy stuff, pop culture, political news, movies, reviews, we do all that kind of crazy stuff, but we all put it into one little context. And the reason why we talk about these things, because, well, the crazy world in politics affects our everyday lives. That's right, people. The things that we love, like going to movies, right? Sports that we do. Women's sports, for instance, being taken over by other things. All these wonderful things that, we used to always like participating in back in the old days when these things were just, they were untainted. And now, everything's tainted, including Snow White. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Snow White. So, we're going to talk about Rachel Zegler. Zegler, I believe. We're going to get into that because I know you guys have been, I was away for about a week, pretty much. Because YouTube decided to put some little hold on me because of a video they didn't like. Well, that's what happens when you're dealing with politically correct. They don't like when you go outside their boundaries and so forth. So yeah, I had to be on hiatus again for about a week, but I'm back once again. Anyways, you guys, enough said. Let's get into this whole Rachel Zegler thing because that seems to be the eye-opening topic of the month with Snow White. That's right, you guys. Snow White is now being destroyed by Disney. Snow White was Disney's launching platform that put them on the map, and now the very thing that started them is going to be the very thing that's going to end them. Yes, all because of this stupid, dumb, flip-neck heifer that they decided to cast as Snow White, who doesn't look very snowy to me. Looks a little more like brownie, a little snow brown, yeah, snow brown white, I guess. I don't ask me, people. Disney is we're inclusive and everybody's got to be able to be a part, even if it's a part that was played by a German. It's a story about a German little girl who made friends with dwarves. Oh, that's right. We're gonna take those guys out now too. Yeah, that's not right. It's not nice to talk about little people. We don't want to call them dwarves. So no, we're not gonna do that. Because Peter Douglas, that guy who's already made all his millions being a little person in movies and so forth. Oh yeah, he decided to say that it's this is horrible. This is taking us back to the Stone Age. So all the other little people now can't have a part because this flipneck finds it offensive. Oh yeah, they're all talking about it. They don't like it. But enough of that being said, we're going to get into Rachel, though. Because Rachel, see, ladies and gentlemen, I already had talked about this about a year, 2 years ago, when Disney first announced that they were going to do a Snow White remake. And everybody was talking about it a little bit back then as well, because obviously they casted a chick that doesn't look like Snow White. Snow White, the whole entitled flow of the premise of the story is based off of this woman's skin, which was white as snow. Well, they decided they're going to cast a woman whose skin is not white as snow and everything. And we're just going to say, they just named her Snow White just because. So that part of the story goes completely out the... Ladies and gentlemen, everything that they're about to do to this movie is literally not Snow White at all. And you're going to find out why, because Rachel over here, we're going to put her up here. Let's go and put old Rachel up here. Rachel, where you at? Where you at, Rachel? Hey, yeah, there she is. This is Rachel, and there's Snow White. Yeah, look at the resemblance. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, she's gonna be playing Snow White, and she can't even take the pride of being Snow White, because she decides that she's going to dumpster fire all over the entire movie. And I'm going to let you guys see that right now. Let's go ahead and see Rachel here, boohoo and cry, or say how they're going to change Snow White. We're going to make a better Snow White. We're going to make a woman power Snow White. Woman power. Okay, sure, you're right. So let's go here and let's listen to Rachel here. And Rachel, why don't you tell everybody how Snow White is such a scary place? And actually, let's go a little further back in here. Let's find Rachel really talking some shang-shang, some shang-a-lang, jang-a-lang. Go on, Rachel.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
So no prince or...
Weird. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. She's talking about the Prince Charming. Now, everybody knows that Prince Charming is the one that saved Snow White from guess who was the actual bad guy. Hey, Rachel, did you find out, or did they even tell you that the evil queen was the bad guy? Not the prince, the guy that saved Snow White. It's the queen. She's the one that, decided to become your stepmother when she married your dad after your mother died. And your dad happened to go away for a little bit during a peace treaty type thing that he was trying to make to keep war from happening. And the queen, she was handling things while he was away. And she decided that, I'm tired of this little girl looking prettier than me. I'm the fairest of them all. And the mirror said, no, you're not, queen. No, little Snow Whitey is. Snow White's the prettiest of them all. She's the fairest of them all, not you. So the queen wasn't going to have that. She wasn't going to have that. No. So she sent out a henchman to go kill Snow White. Even the henchman couldn't do it. He's like, I can't do it. The queen sent me to do this. I can't do it. So she decided that she's going to go after Snow White instead then, seeing how the henchman failed at doing it. Snow White's still alive? Oh, I can't have this. Hell no. I'm going to go poison that little heifer. And that's pretty much what happened. And then Prince, Snow White being a nice person, tried to be cool to the old lady. And it was, kind of shady. She thought the prince was shady. What is this creepy old looking lady with a freaking big old giant mole the size of a freaking a pebble on the side of her nose, giving you an apple and everything, talking about, yeah, my princess, here you go. Take a bite of this apple. It'll be nice for you. Yeah. So anyway, go on, Rachel. Let's go and hear some more of your stupidity.
We're a different kind of prince.
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because, we cast a guy in the movie. Right. Andrew Burnap, great dude. Yeah. It's one of those things that I think everyone's going to have their assumptions about what it's actually going to be, but it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Really? It's Hollywood, baby. It's Hollywood. Yeah. All Andrew's scenes could be cut. Who knows? Yeah. Oh, wait, we just put him in the movie because, people might assume there's going to be a love story, but it's really not going to be no love story. Well, the reason why they would assume that, Rachel, is because that's what it was supposed to be. You guys are saying, you're the ones that are talking about you guys are going to do the remake to Snow White. But I guess Snow White and having been in love and falling in love with somebody, oh no, women can't do that no more because we don't need no man. Man is bad. Oh, us women can do it all. We can take everything. Yeah, like y'all women, the ones that built the roads and the buildings and all the society. Y'all the ones that did that? Yeah, y'all did all that? Yeah. No, you're only living in what man created and everything. And you're benefiting off of it, and now you're complaining. Saying that, it should have been us. Well, if it should have been you guys, then how come you guys didn't do it? Huh? Oh, that's right. You guys So you don't have the strength and the actual agile flavor that a man actually has to be able to do those type of things and so forth. So, but you women, you get your feminazis out there, and I'm talking about the feminists and everything. Y'all all think that we could do it bigger and better than men. Okay, well then do it bigger and better than men. I want to see y'all build a society then. Go build an entire industry area. I want you guys to build factories. I want you to build roads. I want you to make cars. I want you to do all this shiz that men did and everything. And do it, and don't take the ideas that was already given to you. No, you do it from scratch. And so forth. See how you don't need no man. Because men are bad and they stalk Snow White. How horrible for a guy who thinks a girl's pretty, sing a little song to her. And would join into her when she was singing. Yeah, that's what this stupid, dumb heifer, decided to advocate for. So, ladies and gentlemen, we really don't have to make a major big thing out of this thing here, because really what it is this is just a little spoiled brat. She got a little lucky break to be in a movie called West Side Story that Steven Spielberg remade, and she happened to he did a big wide audition for somebody that could sing and do this part. She threw in a little tape. She lives in New Jersey, and she threw in a little tape, and Steven liked it. He said, "Come on through, let me audition you." And she got the audition, made it happen, and she got the part. The movie failed because Steven decided to say, "Oh, we're not going to take out we're going to take subtitles out because people should know how to speak Spanish." And it would be bad. It would be a racist to have subtitles in there. Oh no, we can't do that. We're going to release this movie here in the States where mainly people speak English. Yeah, that's what, and we're going to expect them to understand everything that the Spanish side is saying, being that nobody here that's English speaking would know what they're saying. So that's the reason why the movie flopped, because people said, well, then I guess you didn't make the movie for us, so I guess we'll take a pass. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be able to understand the movie, so I guess I won't be going to watch it. That's the reason why I didn't go see the movie, because you tell me that I can't see, that I ain't going to be able to see what they're saying. If I don't understand what the hell they're saying, then why am I going to go watch it? Hello? But no, they don't think like that, because they're all wokety woke nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's wokety woke, and we gotta maintain this weird concept that the entire country is racist and so forth. And we got to give all these parts and make sure that Latino people and black people are really happy. So we're gonna bow down to them, and we're gonna make sure everything goes great for them and frick everybody else, because they're the white people, and white people are privileged. I'm sorry, people. I'm just going off on a tangent, because that's where all this shit leads to. That's what it all leads to. And everything. They gave this part to her because they wanted to be multi-diverse for a Snow White movie, when they don't realize that this is based off a actual German folktale from like back in the 1300s and so forth. This girl wants to modernize it. Oh, it's supposed to be modernized. No, it's a time period piece, dummy. Things were done a certain way during that time period. Now, if you want to do an updated version, why don't you guys make your own freaking movie? Make a new movie. Call it the Boss Girl. And you guys could have all the women in there being the bosses. Look, they did it with Barbie. Hey, Barbie did a good job of it and everything. They did the whole thing, man-hating everything. Guess what? They could do it because it's today's day. They actually did something based off of today. You know what I'm saying? Do I agree with it? No, because I think it's stupid. But, hey, for each his own, right? So, yeah, if you want to do that, go ahead and do it. You want to make a boss movie? Gal Gadot, she's in a movie on Netflix right now. That she's the super spy, hit woman, whatever, and she just badass all over the place. She's beating down 6'5" dudes, flipping them over like they nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go on. You want to make an unrealistic type of show? Go ahead and do it. So I don't know how many people are gonna go watch it. I'm not one of them. So, but you want to have girl power, go and have girl power. But don't take old stories and try to make it like it's like we this is the way it should have been. No. Because the actual director, of the movie right now and everything of this one, he's not so happy with what Rachel's been saying and so forth. No, ladies and gentlemen, he's not happy. It shows Rotter, Mr. Snow White director, allegedly furious with Rachel Zegler over production hell. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is, if you guys don't know, I'm not the first, obviously, to be talking about this. This actually, the story came out a week ago, last week, when I was kind of off the air for a second. So I couldn't do anything on it at the time. But, yeah, this has been hitting for the last 2 weeks now and so forth. And she is getting hell. And it's bringing the show. The movie was already getting jacked over for the whole idea that they took out the 7 dwarves and they didn't make Snow White and everything. So it was already kind of getting bad publicity from that alone. This woman goes and said, "I'm going to top it off with a cherry on top, and I'm going to make sure this movie that nobody wants to go see it. I'm going to talk all kinds of smack on it." Yeah, and so the director allegedly is upset about this. If the latest rumors are to be believed, Snow White 2024 director Mark Webb is furious with Rachel Zegler for the controversy surrounding the upcoming film. Anyone who spent any time online over the past few weeks will be able to tell you that Disney's next live-action remake is causing even more drama than usual. While fans rarely take kindly to the studio's reboots, because people really don't like these Disney reboots because they all suck and they all freaking change the narrative of the entire remake that they're doing, Snow White has hit a nerve with audiences primarily due to the comments made by its lead, Rachel Zegler. That's right, Rachel Zegler, this girl right here. And that's the reason why he's not speaking too kindly of this stupid heifer. She's been on Twitter talking smack. She used to be on Twitter back in the day talking smack on people that she goes by she, her, and hers or whatever. She uses my pronouns are she, her, and zers or whatever and everything. She's one of those type of people. She's wokety woke, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't surprise me how this woman's acting, why she thinks the way she does. As a recap, old videos recently resurfaced in which Zegler appears to share her own distaste for the original Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs of 1937. Yeah, let's go and show you some of that real quick of her distaste. Because she thinks, Snow White sucks.
Believes this about the character she's supposed to be representing.
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love.
Why not, Zegler? Why is she going to be dreaming about Snow White? See, you guys took a movie that was supposed to be about all those things that you just said. She's not going to be saved by the prince. She's not going to be saved by true love. She doesn't want true love. She's going to be a boss lady. Well, then that's not Snow White. What movie are you making?
Dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible.
Really, because that's not how the story went. Why are you guys changing up the entire narrative of how the story? That's not what her dad said. What are you talking about? Again, ladies and gentlemen, what movie is she talking about? She's not talking about the Snow White I know. That's not the Snow White movie I knew and grew up on when I was a little kid. That's not what I remember. What movie are you? What did you watch? Are you reading the same book? Can somebody tell me that?
Incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in. I mean, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
Evidently so. It came out in 1937, evidently so. Because the time period at that time was, more so the guy would be a gentleman and help out the woman. The guy was the guy that was the provider. The guy was the guy that, made sure that, the house was built, that there was food on the table. And the woman normally would make sure as a partner to make sure that the home was kept and make sure that, the kids were learning what they needed to learn and so forth. She was a teacher. She was a person that handled things around the house. Work, ladies and gentlemen, mind you, that was work, okay? And so for a lot of people, that's not no, that's a job. and everything. So the woman, she handled her business and so forth. But Snow White, she does something similar to that in the Seven Dwarfs. She runs in, and when she gets scared off into the forest and everything, and she gets lost, she runs across this cottage, and she kind of walks in for shelter and everything, tries to see if anybody was home. She actually technically breaking and breaking and entering type situation. You really think about it. You guys want to get into craziness or stalkering. Okay, well, why is she breaking into somebody's house? You guys want to go there. But anyway, so she goes into the house to get shelter and all this, and she sees, oh, okay, well, look, the place looks kind of a little dirty and everything. Let me help clean the place up for them. While the men were off out there working in the mines, that's the dwarves, she decided to help them out and clean the place up and get it all nice and dandy for them. You know what I'm saying? And the dwarves eventually appreciated this and came to fall very in love with Snow White, because she was like a mother figure to him almost. You know, somebody that actually cared about them and was like a caretaker kind of thing, And so they said, well, we're going to give her shelter. We're going to help protect her. We're going to feed her too as well. And see, that's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. It's a team effort and so forth. But no, Rachel Zegler, they don't see that. They don't see team effort. They just see, oh, the women's being put down. Oh, the men were doing this to women. Oh, the man was chasing after the women. Oh, how weird. He was stalking her. Really? Prince Charming was stalking her? I'll show you Prince Charming stalking Snow White. Let's show a little bit of that real quick. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Prince Charming over there singing, hi, I find you attractive. I would love to have a date with you. That's Prince Charming right there doing that, And there's Snow White. She kind of goes, oh my gosh, there's a stranger right there. And then she's up there giddy. Look how happy she looks when he's singing to her, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Does that look like a girl that feels like she's being stalked? No. She's like, oh my gosh, well, I guess, And she's up there just, comes back over to the times. Now she starts singing to him. Yeah, there you go. Here's a dove. I'll send the dove out to give you a kiss and everything. Yeah, that's Snow White there being stalked. Here she is at the well singing and everything, and singing a nice little love song. And the whole thing about her singing this song over here is that she hopes that she finds true love at the wishing well. So she's wishing for true love. True love will find her one day. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is what Snow White wanted. See, women today, the feminazis today, oh, no. We got to get jobs. We got to be like men. We don't want any all this other stuff. We can be strong like men. We can fight like men. We can do all these things that the men do. Frick love, we don't want that. And then they find out that they want love, because Rachel Zegler, as you know, when she had her little cryberry moment, she had a little cry-boo moment, because she's getting mad at the fact that she's getting all this backlash, right? And she's up there talking about, and I have a good family, and I have a really wonderful boyfriend that I really love, and he loves me, and blah, blah, blah. Really? Because I thought you said that she's not looking for true love, but yet you were looking for true love. You found your true love. But all of a sudden, when you have to get on the TV screen, you got to act like women strong, no knee man. We no knee man. Okay, Rachel. So that's Snow White. That was the Snow White we knew, and then that was the Snow White that you got to see. There's the prince and her. Does she look like she's being stalked, ladies and gentlemen? No. She feels very happy, and she's very grateful that the prince freaking gave her a kiss and woke her slumber butt out of the death that she was in, because she was going to be in a coma for the rest of her damn life. She was dead. And the prince saved her. But no, according to Rachel, no. We can't have that. We can't have no man saving a woman. Oh no.
There's a big focus on her love story. With a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
So no prince, or a different kind of prince?
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story, just because we cast a guy in the movie. Right. And
just because we cast a guy in the movie, so we just cast a guy in it because we just threw him in there because I guess we just we're gonna have to try to somewhat stay to the story, I guess. So we just put a guy in there, but it's not gonna really. People are gonna assume it's going to be a love story. Really? Not so much. Loser. Yeah, so yeah, that's her take on what the Snow White should be, ladies and gentlemen. You know, she's not going to be saved by the prince. Let's find out what Rachel really thinks about Snow White. Because the girl really doesn't like Snow White. She thinks it's scary. Oh yeah, come on, Rachel. Why don't you tell us what your true feelings about Snow White?
The cartoon was made 85 years ago, and therefore it's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power and what a woman is.
Well, because a woman at that time wasn't in power. Okay, men were in power. Men were the ones that were doing all the conquering. They were the ones that were creating states and countries and doing all that stuff. The women weren't doing that. So at that time period, that's the time period that you decided you wanted to make a movie about. You need to stick within the time period. If you want to make an updated version, do a movie that Zegler, Godot just did. That's on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. You want to see a woman in power? Watch her movie. It's on Netflix right now. And so forth. That's an updated movie on today's woman. If you think that's today's woman for real. I beg to differ, though. Go on.
Fit for in the world, and so when we came to reimagining the actual role of Snow White, it became about the fairest of them all, meaning who is the most just and who can become a fantastic leader.
So who's the most just? Who can become a fantastic leader? So you just totally changed up the entire fairest of them all plot, right, Rachel? That's how it's going to go. And everything, we're going to change up the entire thing. Again, ladies and gentlemen, why are they making Snow White then? And everything. Why are they making Snow White? Why don't you make your own version of a Snow White movie and call it Snow Brown and everything? We could call it Snow Brown or Brown of Browns and everything. You know, you could have that movie and so forth and see how many people go and watch it.
Well, I'm just really glad that this is happening. It's everything I've ever wanted for this movie and more. So
people all around, as you can hear right there, a lot of people are basically saying, Rachel, you need to, put a sock in it. Put a sock in it. Because nobody's buying your bullshit. I'm not buying it. Nobody's buying it. She's up there whining and crying now because everybody's, hating on what she said. She thinks that everybody's beating up on her now. Well, you know what, Rachel? Maybe if you didn't downplay a movie and say, oh, it was scary, like, what the hell is that? It scared me, when I was a child. But then she's on Jimmy Fallon's show talking about how she loves Snow White as a kid. Mammy and Daddy took her every summer to Disneyland. She loved the ride. She was saying. Now she's up there saying in an interview, oh, the ride was scary. Like, oh, it was horrible. I don't think anybody should ever be, have to go through something like that. It's just not right. Okay, Rachel. Sure, you're right. And everything. Sure, you're right. But this girl, she just constantly puts her foot in her mouth and everything. And she'll never get it. She'll never really understand the trueness of what the story was about because she didn't really watch it. She said she saw it when she was like, a little kid or something like that. So I'm like, okay, come on. I'll show you one more thing what she was talking about. Here we go. We'll redo that real quick. Hold up. So let's listen to Rachel Zegler and how she was scared of the Snow White ride. It was scary.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. I'm being so serious. I watched it once and then I went on the ride in Disney World, which was
so like she said she watched it one time and she never watched it again because it was scary to her. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to see this. I'm serious. I never picked it up again after that. Snow White. Oh, but you picked it up when you wanted to get that money, though, didn't you? You picked it up when you wanted to get that paycheck.
called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something a little kid would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again. So I watched it for the first time in probably 16, 17 years.
So you ain't seen the movie in 17 mother flipping years, and everything, and you think you know so much about the daggum story and everything. You think you know all there is to know about how the story was and how it, and all these different things, and that the prince was stalking her. How did you get the prince was stalking her when you was just a freaking 5-6-year-old kid and everything? How did you get that idea? Oh my gosh, that guy's over there singing to her. That's horrible.
When I was doing this film.
Now, of course.
So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, as you guys can see, everybody and their mama's talking about this. You got everybody talking about this. Everybody's up there saying this girl is a freaking joke and everything. She don't appreciate the original material. She makes fun of it being made back in 1937, which was, long before this girl was a blink, a twinkle in anyone's eyes, in the universe's eyes, and everything. This girl, she thinks they grew up acting like they're so smart and they're smug about the way when they talk about things. They're really snooty and arrogant the way they talk. And that's the reason why people dislike her. She's already being disliked as an actress alone. She's got another movie coming out that they're doing a remake of The Hunger Games. Guess what? Probably more likely, most people are not going to want to watch it now. Why? Because they see her personality. Her personality sucks. She has a jacked up personality. Nobody wants to see that shiz. Nobody ain't thinking about that. Rachel, let me tell you something, girl. You got a lot to freaking learn about people, about the fans who come to watch these movies, especially oldies but goodies and everything. You need to learn how to respect that shiz. See, the one thing I know about most Latino cultures is they love old school. They love oldies, right? So they appreciate the old days, the old ways, the music of what was back in the day. The shoo-wops and stuff like that. They loved all that stuff, and they to this day still listen to that. They teach their kids, hey, this is what mom and daddy grew up on. Oldies and so forth, and they appreciate it. They have an appreciation for it. You, on the other hand, you don't. You don't have appreciation for what was made long before you came along. And so you decide, I'm gonna make it and update it. We're gonna make it today's woman. Well, Snow White wasn't today's woman. And if you're gonna do a time period piece, base it off of the time period. You're gonna be dressing up like the time period, But this, as far as I'm concerned, ladies and gentlemen, this movie is a freaking no-go and everything. It's not gonna be about Snow White. It's gonna be about the Snow Boss and everything. And she ain't even snow. She's not even skin as white as snow. So you can't even use that line in the movie. The movie starts off, "Who child was skin as white as snow." You can't even use that because she's not white. I'm sorry. I'm just saying and everything. They always want to change up the race of the characters and so forth. That's like me saying, we're going to go in and make Shaka Zulu a freaking white guy now. Now, Shaka Zulu is white, but I guarantee you that wouldn't go over so well with the black community. They'd be pissed off, and you guys know it. You know it. You know every one of you people out there that's black would be pissed off if they did a movie on Shaka Zulu and put a white man, put that Tom Cruise as Shaka Zulu. So forth. People wouldn't have it. And then everybody would say, this is racist, this is whitewashing, and all this bullshit. Everybody, they mama be complaining. But go and do it to a white character or a white historical person and everything. Oh no, it's all fine. This is the way it should have been. No, you can't say nothing or you're a racist. This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. People are getting sick and tired of this bullshit and everything and so forth. We're tired of people like Rachel Zegler who think they know it all and they don't. The actual son of the actually he was the director. He was the son of the director who made the actual, directed the actual Snow White animation cartoon. He said that his father and Walt Disney himself would be turning in their graves right now if they were able to see this shiz. He says this is a disgrace. And he made that evidently so. Yeah. So, Rachel, what you need to learn is good old facts, and you need a good lesson in I don't know how to actually market a movie, because whoever put you up to freaking making talking points for this new movie, they made a big mistake as the supposable director who's saying that now he's pissed off at you because now he's got a movie that probably more than likely is going to bomb. It is not going to do well, ladies and gentlemen. People are watching this and going, oh, hell's to the gnaw. I'm not taking my kids to see this. First of all, it's not even a Snow White movie. They completely changed it. They took the 7 dwarves out. That's the whole premise was Snow White and the 7 dwarves, not Snow White and the 7 hippies. The Snow White and the 7 Caesars, thems, theys, thys, and this. Pronouns. That's not what nobody wants to see that bullshit and so forth. And that's what you're going to give them. Oh man, people are like, oh please get out of here. I'm out. Hello. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this is TJ Quake, yo, Ghetto Gamer, and we'll be back with some more craziness because I got to talk to you guys about Larry Elder being on the Breakfast Club, talking to Charlemagne and the rest of his dumb squad on there and everything, how stupid they are, and how Larry Elder just, with sweetness, blows them out of... literally blows them out of the freaking universe. These people don't even have a universe to live in after Larry Elder came on there and just schooled the hee-haw out of them and everything. Oh, and I love it how Larry Elder comes on there and tells Charlemagne, hey, Charlemagne, you want to talk about black people, not knowing they black and not being up for the black power and everything. Well, how is it that you let freaking Biden come on your show and disgrace you in your face, saying that if you don't vote for him, you ain't black? Oh yeah, Charlemagne had nothing to say to that, ladies and gentlemen. Had nothing to say. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm TJ Quake, yo, Ghetto Gamer. I'm Audi 5000. If you guys like what you see here, please like, subscribe, and most definitely share the video. It helps us out here on the algorithm and all that great stuff and so forth. Hope to bring more of y'all guys in here. Give me you guys' comments. What do you think of Rachel Zegler? I know a lot of you guys probably been seeing this craziness going around, but if you haven't, let me know what you guys think. I'm your man, TJ Quake. Let's do this. I'm Audi 5, y'all. Peace. And may the funk be with you.
Let's do this. TJ Quake, the Ghetto Gamer. Yeah. Here we go, yeah. I'm TJ Quake, the Ghetto Gamer, on this gaming thing. Gonna bang 'em up, gonna shoot 'em up, right here on the gaming string. Bang, bang, blaze 'em on up. TJ Quake, we're bustin' like 1, 2, 3, here we go.